Hi, my friend. Welcome to this video. Welcome to another video. And I'm going to be talking about the struggles of being a freelancer in Nigeria. I could remember early 2024, or was it 2023? I can't remember exactly. But it's like it became a trend for everybody to be a freelancer. Everybody who wants to work remotely. And it's as if you have like a 9 to 5 or you are doing an on-site job, you're just lazy and unambitious. Like, I don't know who brought that idea, but it was trending all over on Twitter. That's X now. Like, everybody was always talking about it. I'd rather be a freelancer. Upwork was always trending. Go on Upwork, use LinkedIn, do cold emails, like things like that. And it's always all these our coaches and the gurus that are always like confusing people. And I would like to tell you that it's not all rosy. Like, being a freelancer or working remotely or doing anything that has to do with online work is not as simple as people think it is. Like, I will tell you for free that it's not simple. Like, it has its advantages, quite all right. It has benefits, but then you have to think properly. You have to consider the pros and the cons before you jump or you quit your 9 to 5, because we are always quick to just like dump our job or dump whatever it is that is giving us money to just like chase the trend. So the first problem that you're going to face as someone that works online or someone that is a freelancer is electricity. Like, electricity will humble you. Like, I don't see any freelancer that have not cried because of electricity. Like, if you are living in some places that the power is like very bad, I'm sorry, you're going to spend like half of your income on buying fuel or buying diesel for your generator, coupled with the noise that the generator makes. Like, I don't know if any other person, but I do not like generators. Like, the noise that it gives and the gas fumes is just like irritates me. And if you say you want to like buy a solar inverter or whatever, you know that it's not like very cheap. You have to spend for it. So what I do is I move to a place where the power is a little bit steady, and I also have a portable power generator, a portable power station. It's just like a power bank, but it's bigger, and it really helps me. It can charge my laptop like maybe up to 5 or 6 times, and it can also charge my phone too. So I always charge it just in case there is no light. I can use that before the light gets restored. And the second thing I do is I made friends with some of the hotels around my area, because I know that even if there is no light, hotels will usually have their gas or their diesel generators on. So I can always go there. Maybe I make friends with the receptionist or maybe someone that works at the bar. They can always help me charge some of my things, because you need it. If you like, don't make friends. Then the second challenge you're going to face as a freelancer in Nigeria is expensive data subscription. Like, you would spend so much on data subscription that you would want to cry, like literally. When I started newly, sometimes I would spend 10,000. Before you know it, it was 20,000, then 30,000. And the worst, you will be tempted to have like multiple routers because you want your internet connection to be top notch. So sometimes you'll see one freelancer having an MTN router, a Glow router, an Airtel router. So you keep having all those routers, and sometimes the network will still be slow. So data is expensive. You pay for it. In the same small freelance gigs that you're getting, you are going to spend on it. Of course, you can always get a Starlink subscription, but people know that it's not so cheap. So what I do is the easy way. I have routers, I have Wi-Fi that I use, although I don't subscribe to all of them at the same time. I just sub maybe like 2 and use it for the month. And if at the end of the month it's still remaining, I just like roll over to the next month. Then number 3, that will also humble you. That is another challenge that we face as freelancers in Nigeria, is the slow internet. Oh my gosh, like the slow internet. I think a friend of mine told me that why it's slow is because it's the same network that people who are making calls and sending text messages are using, that we are also using for the internet connection. He said that's his theory, and I kind of believe. He said if it's possible for you to get like a subscription, like a plan or a network that runs only for internet subscription, that doesn't do any other thing aside from internet subscription, that the internet will really be fine. And I agree, even though I've not tested it, because I've been using, currently I have MTN, I have Glow, I have Airtel, and still some days I'll still get kicked out in meeting and I'll complain about poor internet. So that's another thing you have to deal with. Unless you have money to buy the Starlink and mount it in your house or in your workspace, things like that. If not, you're going to cry. You're going to suffer the slow internet. And it's always embarrassing when you have like important clients meetings or maybe something you need to finish up and your internet is being slow. I'm sorry. Number 4 challenge you're going to face as a freelancer or someone that works remotely in Nigeria is international payment barriers. Yes, I could remember that was either 20, what was it again? I can't remember exactly the year when the PayPal stopped working in Nigeria. Not like it doesn't work, but we can't receive payments using PayPal in Nigeria. We can only like pay using PayPal. You can connect your Nigerian bank card, your Visa card or MasterCard, and you can pay, but you can't receive payments. So it's really a development that really started stressing freelancers and those who work online, because even if you get the gig or the jobs, how would you be paid? But then the good thing with this is that there are so many fintech, Nigerian fintech companies that just started springing up that can give you access to opening a USD or a euro or a pounds account that you can use to sort your international payment barrier challenge. For instance, I use GigPay by Relest, and I also use Gray. Then there are other ones. There's Clever, there's Sense, there's other ones. You can check Twitter. That's X. They are really popular over there. Then if you're someone that also collects payments using crypto, you can also collect crypto. I don't collect via crypto. I don't really understand crypto. So then Payoneer is also good. But then I found that the rates for Payoneer is usually very low. I find sometimes when I want to make my conversions on GigPay, I'll be seeing like 1,500. But if I go on Payoneer, I'll be seeing 1,400. I mean, I want my money to be complete. So that's another thing. So yes, why this is a problem. You can always mitigate it using all these fintech apps that I just mentioned. But then I've heard some fellow freelancers rant and complain that they have lost gigs that the client insisted that they would only pay using PayPal or using Wise. And I've heard, I've not seen, I've heard that there is a way to bypass and get like a working PayPal account in Nigeria. I don't know how it's been done. I've not tried. I don't want to try, because anything that concerns money, if it goes sideways, he would lose a lot of things. So I just pray that we don't lose opportunities because the client has refused to use like other payment methods, except maybe Wise or maybe PayPal. So just pray, do fasting every month, that it doesn't occur, that something like that doesn't happen to you. On my list of the struggles that you're going to face as a freelancer in Nigeria is finding the jobs as a freelancer in Nigeria. Yes, we already know that Nigeria has a kind of a bad rep with the international community. We know how they see Nigerians as scammers and fraudsters and things like that. So it's always hard for you to get jobs as a Nigerian talent, but that doesn't mean that it's impossible or that people are not doing that. So even if you're battling the bad name that Nigeria has, you also have like other talents that you're competing with. You have talents from Philippines, from India, from the US, other places. So you have to distinguish yourself. You really have to be best at your craft. And don't tell me you can charge lower to get those kind. It's not about charging lower. There are talents in other locations, I don't want to mention those places, that may also charge lower. So don't rely on, I will charge lower to get clients. No, you always have to be on your top A game, because that's the only thing that will distinguish you. And we know that one of the rules in marketing is rich people don't buy based on price, they buy based on value. So if you base your freelance business based on pricing, that you price cheap, so far you're going to be getting clients. I'm sorry, you may get clients that won't value your work. So the only thing that you can do as a Nigerian is to make yourself to be so good at what you do that the clients won't have any reason not to hire you and even refer you to their friends. So I go on X every day and I see like Nigerian designers who are very good at their craft, like they keep getting jobs, they keep getting gigs. So it's not impossible. It can be done, but it won't be easy. And we know that this is straight 25. Like tech is like very saturated. There is no tech skill that you decide to learn now that there are not like thousands already learning it. So where are everybody going to get the jobs? Because everybody is hoping on foreign clients, foreign gigs, things like that. So the only thing that will distinguish you is to be good at your job, be good at what you do, have a stunning portfolio, build your brand online, maybe on LinkedIn or on X, develop your soft skills, have good time management skills and those things, and just pray for the grace of God. So that's my advice. Then the last on my list of what you're going to face as a freelancer in Nigeria is explaining to your family members or your extended family, your aunts, your uncles, what you actually do. Yeah, it sounds funny. It sounds weird until you are in that situation where you don't know how to explain to them. Like, if they ask you, what do you do? I think last week, my sister, our last one, sent me a DM on Instagram and she asked me, if someone asks her, what do I do? What should she say? And I laughed and I was trying to explain it to her because she's 12 years old. And meanwhile, she DM'd me with my mom's phone. So I was having it at the back of my mind that maybe she has been talking with some people, maybe her friends, and they've asked her, what do I do? And she doesn't know how to explain. So I told her that I am a social media manager and a content creator. That's what you should tell them. So it's always difficult to explain. We know we might be Gen Z or Gen X or Gen Alpha or Gen whatever. So anything online, we can understand it. But our parents that maybe were born in other centuries, they might not really understand. So you have to always calm down and explain and explain and explain for them to get it. And sometimes not everybody will get it, but it's not your duty to make everyone get it. Just make sure that those who really matter get it. If those who really matter get it, you're fine. trust me, my friend, you are fine. So you always have to explain why you're always on your laptop, why you're always indoors, why you're always complaining about internet connection, like things like that. Same thing with being a content creator. People don't understand why you're always going around with tripod and a camera. Like, it's difficult explaining to them. But then the best thing is to explain it to those who really matter to you, and they will understand. And good thing with African parents is once they see that you love what you do and there is money coming out from it, that will let you be after a while. But then there are some parents that I've heard that keep pressuring you to get a good job, like get a real job, go and get a real job. But I'm grateful to God that my parents, my mom and my siblings, they understand what I do and they are not like pressuring me to go get a real job or go back to a 9 to 5. So there you have it. These are the 6 struggles that you're going to face as a freelancer in Nigeria. So for me to conclude this video, I would say that being a freelancer is a rewarding experience. It's cool, it's sweet, it's nice. Like, I've made friends, I've connected with people around the world. Like, that on a normal day, I don't know how I'm going to have meet those people. But then it's not easy. It's not something that you'd think is a child's play. It's not a bed of roses, but then you really have to have the grit and determination to succeed. So with that, you can actually do it. So thank you for watching this video to the end. Please like, subscribe and share this video, and tell me in the comments which of these challenges have you faced before and how did you mitigate these challenges. Bye, and see you in the next video.